Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Ava, and today I have some fake dating romance recommendations for you. The fake dating trope is not a favorite of mine, honestly. So these ones I really did enjoy though, and I would recommend. I'm just really picky with my fake dating romances because sometimes I'm like, why are you doing this? What is the point? So these ones are actually really fun and I really enjoyed my time. If you want even more fake dating recommendations, I'll leave some links down below to previous rec videos that I did. The first one that I have is Savor It by Tara DeWitt. Our hero in this book just got guardianship of his niece. She's a teenager and they moved to this small town for him to open up a restaurant. And his neighbor is our heroine. She's very Jess from New Girl coded, if Jess owned a farm with a bunch of animals. So take for that what you will. They actually fake date to try and integrate the hero into the town more. He's having a really hard time having people accept his business and his restaurant that he's opening because people in small towns, if you didn't know, are very stubborn and don't like change. And so they don't really want this restaurant from the big city coming to their town. And the heroine realizes how talented the hero is and his food is just so freaking good. So she's like, you know what? No, you deserve to have your restaurant here. Let's fake date to kind of show the town that you are welcomed here. I absolutely adored this one. It's so stinking fun. I loved our heroine and our hero immensely. Their chemistry was off the charts and I loved so much about this. I can't hype it up enough. I have two books in the Lovelight Farms series. So we've got the first book, Lovelight Farms. This is a Christmas romance, by the way, but you can read it all year long. I don't think I even read it during Christmas time. But these two characters are actually best friends with each other. The heroine runs a Christmas tree farm and she just applied to be in the running for like a social media contest kind of, where this really big influencer will come to the farm and do a highlight on it on their account. And the heroine actually gets picked, but with her pitch, she kind of pitched that she runs the Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend, her long-term boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend. So she asked her best friend to fake date to be her boyfriend. Turns out they've been low-key pining after each other for years, and this whole situation kind of convinces them to spill their guts and their feelings, and it is so cute. And then book number 3 is Mixed Signals, which is my favorite personally in the series. And this one is kind of interesting because it's kind of fake dating and it's kind of not. So this is about Layla and Caleb. They actually know of each other, but they're not really friendly or like they don't really run in the same circle in their small town. The heroine actually goes on a date in the next town over because she doesn't really want to go out in public in their small town and have people literally witness her dating people. At this restaurant, she actually bumps into our hero and he saves her from a really poor date, ends up driving her back home. And he's like, what were you doing all the way out here? She's like, what were you doing all the way out here? And they kind of admit that they're having really crappy dating lives and they don't know what they're doing wrong with their dating, but it's not working out with anybody. So they decide to kind of date each other to see what points could be improved upon in their dating life. And they kind of agree to be fake dating on top of that so people don't really question it when they're found together out in public in their small town, because explaining all that would be just really weird. So they're just gonna say that they're dating. The heroine actually runs a bakery in the small town. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite scenes is in this book where she has this really big opportunity come up where people are going to come to the bakery and try all of her goods, but the day before I think the generator goes out and all of the goods that she made, all the desserts she made go bad because the power went out. And the hero spends all freaking night, asks all of the friends in the town to come help her. Like, it is so good. The hero's like exhausted by the end of it, but he's like, you know what, that put the biggest smile on her face and I couldn't ask for anything more. And I love Caleb so much. Darn It All by Evie Mitchell is a fun one. Our heroine in this one is a fashion designer and her best friend is a guy and he ends up signing her up for this fashion TV contest show. Kind of think Next in Fashion on Netflix. I love that show. She actually gets accepted to be a part of the show and participate, but the hero didn't notice there's a little stipulation in it of like, oh, this is like a couples season where people who are like fashion designers who are couples go on together. Sorry, a book almost fell off my lap. But yeah, she's like, well, crap, I'm not in a couple, dude. Like this, like I can't participate. He's like, you know what? No, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm gonna pretend to be your boyfriend. Teach me some ropes in sewing and whatnot so I can help you at least a little bit in this. So they go on this show together, this competition together, and it is so cute and he just supports her every step of the way. And she like, it's like, oh my gosh, my best friend right in front of me. Like, he's the perfect guy. Have I not noticed him before? And it's so good. Evie Mitchell writes amazing disability rep in her books as well. Our hero is an amputee, so that's the disability rep in that one. The Fiction Between Us by Julie Olivia is my next book on this list. This one was really fun too. So these two characters work at an amusement park. It's called Honeywood Creek, I think. It's kind of like Disney World, like an amusement park like that, but it's centered around this TV show, kind of like The Country Bears. The heroine is our princess of this land. She like is character walking around the amusement park pretending to be the princess. And something happens to where our hero ends up rescuing her from a certain situation in front of this crowd, and people think that he's Ranger Randy, who is the character that used to be on the TV show that the park is centered around. And there hasn't been a Ranger Randy in the parks in a long time. It's actually bringing in more customers and bringing in new attendees to the park. And so they kind of feed into that, and having him play this Ranger Randy role and have them have a romance together in the park. And throughout them acting like they're falling in love in the park, they actually do end up falling for each other in person as well. So that fake dating is kind of like interesting because they're fake dating for the public, you know. I really enjoyed Lips Like Sugar by Jessica Hardy. We have more mature, older characters in this one, so if you want to read about characters, I think in their 40s, definitely put this one up. Our heroine is a single mother. There's no dad in the picture. She went to a sperm bank and got pregnant that way because she just really wanted her daughter. I loved that part of the book so much. Anyway, so this book starts out with our heroine working at, I think, her bakery, and her ex ends up walking in with the woman that he cheated on her with. She just is thinking about paying him back so bad, and this very attractive, tall, silver-haired fox with tattoos walks in, and she just off the spot is like, oh my gosh, hi honey, like immediately is pretending that that's her man. He has no idea what's going on though, but she like communicates to him with her eyes, like, play along please. And he goes hardcore into, he like sweeps her off her feet and makes out with her in front of this dude. Like, it's hilarious. And afterward, after her ex leaves, she's like, oh, thank you so much, like, you're good, you're off the hook. I just needed him to like leave me alone, you know? And he's like, you know what, no, that was like one of the best kisses I've had in so long. Like, who are you? And he's in town, in this mountain town, to spend time with his bandmates. He's in a band. Next, I have The Problem with Dating by Brittany Cherry. This one is actually, now that I think about it, really similar to Savor It. Our heroine is from this small town that the book takes place in, and our hero is a chef opening up a restaurant in this small town, and we have more small town people not wanting a new restaurant popping up in their town, right? They don't want the big city coming into the town, so they're not very happy about it, so they fake date. She shows him kindness and fake dates him to, like, again, show the town that he is welcome, you know, like, I'm welcoming him in, so should you. There's a lot of other things going in here. Brittany has a lot of emotion packed in these stories, so both of our characters are going through the ringer emotion wise in this one. At first, Alex, our hero, doesn't want the help from our heroine. He's like, no, I can figure out these townspeople by myself, like, leave me alone. He's very grumpy. She's very sunshine. There comes a point where I think the building gets like vandalized or something, and he like has to ask for her help. My next book is So Wrong by Abby Millsaps. This one's actually Why I Choose Romance. I don't know if I'm going to be continuing on with the series. We'll see. I very rarely have Why I Choose Romances on this list because I don't love Why I Choose Romances because I like sword crossing, and most of the time Why I Choose doesn't have sword crossing in them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Anyway, that's another tangent for another day. This is a Why I Choose. Our heroine in here has a stepbrother. So the stepbrother is one of the dudes in this relationship, and that dude has a best friend who's also best friends with the heroine as well. It's kind of like both the stepsister and stepbrother are friends with this one guy, and they're in a relationship with her. One of the guys, the one that's not her stepbrother, is dealing with a lot of problems in his home life currently, and the heroine just decides to announce that that's her boyfriend in front of his family and everything so that he can have a place to stay, because he just got injured and he does not have a good home life right now. And she's like, you know what, my boyfriend's gonna come stay with me. They're like, boyfriend? What are you talking about? And they welcome him home with open arms into their home so he can stay there. And there are a bunch of other reasons for them to fake date that I'm not gonna be getting into, but there is a lot of jealousy going on between the stepbrother hero, obviously. So The Plus One by Maisie Eddings is one that takes place at a wedding. The heroine is a part of the wedding party, so is the hero, but the heroine is a part of the wedding party. I think her sister's wedding, and her ex is in the wedding party on the groom's side, and she cannot get away from him, and he's bringing the woman that he cheated on her with as his date. She's like, crap, I cannot get out of this. So she actually ends up roping one of her childhood nemesis, our hero, into fake dating her for this wedding to one up her ex, and he is more than happy to do so, honestly, because he hates the ex so much. And through that, they obviously end up falling for each other. I love romances that take place at a wedding. It's just so chaotic and fun and hilarious. They're so good. And my last one that I love to mention is The Christmas Pact by Vi Keeland. Penelope Ward also is a co-author for this one. I forgot to mention that as well. But I listened to this one on Audible. I think it's an Audible original, so you can only listen to it on Audible. But this one is a great one to read during the Christmas time if you want to. It's a workplace romance. So our heroine's name is Riley Kennedy, and the hero's name is Kennedy Riley. So emails kind of get mixed up between them throughout the company. And I think they're trying to like sort out their emails and whatnot. And they both get asked to help each other out during the holiday season to pretend to be each other's significant others at their families get together, so their families get off their back from not being with someone, for being single. That's all I'll say for that one because it is really short. But Sebastian York and Andy Art narrate this one, and they're always fantastic. They're an amazing duo for me to listen to in an audiobook. You say that they're narrating, I am down. I will go read it. I don't care what it's about. If you want like a fun, grumpy sunshine, fake dating, Christmas book to put on your TBR this holiday season, definitely pick this one up. Anyways, there you have it. Those were some fake dating romance recommendations. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books or if you plan to. And if you don't feel like commenting anything else, you can leave me any food emoji. We talked about a few chefs in here, so any food emoji in the comment section down below. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all soon in my next one. Bye y'all.
Oh, and I keep finding dog ears that you left in my books. Miss your ache and I just crash over. Guess you crashed in like a tsunami. Woke up next to you so hungover. Sunlight painted stripes.